was. Hate that. I can't, honestly, can't stand that. That really, really bothers me. But then again, you don't know. You don't know why it's happening. So, all right, yeah, picture looks good. Picture looks good. All right, let's wait till everybody gets back in here, and we'll get back to this. I am so sorry. Terribly sorry. I'll explain in a minute. You know, once we have a few people in here. Well, audio and video, right? Oh, audio. Oh, I took my. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Yeah. All right. Back. Now you can hear me. Yeah. Good. Yeah, exactly right. Hunter called again, and that is. I have a teenage son who's in Ohio, and we've had a conversation. I've said, Hunter, do not call between the hours of 9 o'clock and midnight. So if you need to call me, call 7. Call in the morning. Call anytime. When you call at 9 o'clock, between 9 o'clock and midnight, you interrupt my live stream with 1,400 people, and that's not good. Now, sometimes when he calls, I'll hang up real quick, and the chat will. I'll just decline the call real quick, and the chat will kind of be fine. But other times, the screen goes black, and you can still hear the audio, but the screen goes blank. And so I just wrote to him. I just had to make sure he was okay. I was like, is this an emergency? Are you all right? Do you need me? And he's just like, well, no, if it's an emergency, absolutely interrupt the chat. So I'm just like, is it an emergency? Are you okay? And by the way, if it is an emergency, call Andrea. Andrea's right upstairs. So you can call her and let her know. And she'll come down and let me know. And he's like, no, I just forgot you were live streaming. And I know what he's calling about. He found an orange tabby cat. And he wants to keep the orange tabby cat. And he wants me to give him his blessing in keeping the orange tabby cat. And I'm like, I honestly, son, you live in a little dorm with like 4 other dudes. You're gonna keep a cat in there? And you just found this cat. You're gonna keep it? It's a feral cat? Yeah, Dad. It's cool. I like it. Yeah. Go get Daddy's belt. I don't know. I don't know if it's a stray cat, but the point is, you don't need to just keep a cat. You don't need to keep a cat that you just found. Who knows? It might have fleas. It might have ticks. It might bite you. It might give you a disease. What kind of diseases can cats give you if they bite you? I don't really know. I'm not really sure, but yeah, it's a big responsibility, and it's not something that. The other thing is that when they're used to being outdoors, you keep them inside, they're gonna pee everywhere. It only has to happen once. They only have to pee once, and then your whole place smells like cat pee, which is the worst smell of all time. I think cat pee is the worst smell, other than bad breath. That is the worst smell. Somebody like talking to you when they have terrible breath. That is the worst. But cat pee is pretty bad. Yeah. So anyway, Peter Maher says you really need to get these interruptions straightened out. It's very amateurish. Hey, Peter Maher, I am an amateur, really. I mean, I realize that at this point I have 63,000, maybe even 64,000. Let me check on that. Yeah, I mean, almost 64,000. We're only I'm 145 people away from being at 64,000 subscribers. But yeah, I've still got a lot to learn. I am. No, not Peter Mayhew. Peter Maher. Mayer. Peter Mayer, I might figure out a way to fix that problem. I might do that. Block my son. Yeah. Or just cut him off. Maybe say, son, I'm no longer your father. There's no reason for you to call me anymore. Can't do that. I love him. He's my boy. Kicked him out of the nest. But yeah, he's still my boy, so I can't do that to him. Sorry, everyone. I think we have some people back now, and that's fine. So let's go back to the horrible, disingenuous, smug, arrogant Scott Mendelsohn, who, by the way, says that he doesn't watch my videos. Scott Mendelsohn claims to not watch my videos. I don't believe that for a second. Not for a second. I don't want to waste my 20... How did you know it was 20 minutes then, Scott? How did you know it was 20 minutes if you didn't watch it? How did you know? And I'll tell you something. I'm positive that you did. I'm positive. I'll bet he's watching right now. Somebody told him, and I'll bet he's watching right now. So hello to Scott Mendelsohn. We are going to read your article. This is this might be the third Scott Mendelsohn experience that I put you guys through. I try not to do too many of these. He's really, really tiresome. But I will do it anyway. All right. So Collider. He brags about Collider. He brags about going to see Hearts Beat Loud, which is the story of an interracial marriage, and then the mother dies so that you can see an old white guy raising a beautiful black daughter and getting her into a rock band. That's very heartwarming. It's very heartwarming for white people, claiming for white liberals, claiming that Lucasfilm is putting on the brakes on any Star Wars. So he's saying, yeah, Collider is saying that Lucasfilm has given up doing any of these extra movies. They're not going to do any of these one-offs anymore. None of these, none of these little. No more Obi-Wan Kenobi. No more Boba Fett. No more Jabba the Hutt. No more Yoda movie. They're not doing it anymore. And I've said from the start, I can't believe. Over and over and over again, I have said the only movie that you guys should be making is Obi-Wan Kenobi. That is the only spin-off movie that could possibly work. You've got Ewan McGregor. I don't consider Ewan McGregor to be Obi-Wan Kenobi. He looks like Ewan McGregor to me. Obviously there's only one Obi-Wan Kenobi, and he has since departed this mortal coil. But most people, I think people 10 years younger than me, all consider Obi-Wan Kenobi to be Ewan McGregor. So he is around. You could make this movie, and it would be good. I mean, it's possible that it could be good. And if it's not, it should be, as I've said, it should be a layup to do an Obi-Wan Kenobi movie with Ewan McGregor taking place on Tatooine after he sets up camp there, whatever he's doing in his little cave, in his little hut, fighting the Tusken Raiders, fighting the Jawas. I want to see him fight some Jawas. By the way, why hasn't Yoda fought any Jawas? Do Jawas only live on Tatooine? Why couldn't we see Yoda fight Jawas? God damn, that would be cool. Let me think about that for a second. Yoda versus Jawas. Why would Yoda fight Jawas, though? I can't think of a good reason why he would fight a Jawa. That's a story situation that somebody else would have to solve. I think Yoda would probably be on Tatooine to talk to Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan Kenobi. That's why Yoda would be on Tatooine. And then what would Jawas do to Yoda to piss him off? I don't know, but they could do anything. Jawas are annoying. So Yoda versus Jawas, I would like to see. Here's what I would like to see, and I don't know why this hasn't happened yet. I would like to see Obi-Wan Kenobi take a running start and then boom, punt a Jawa. I mean, like a place kicker, just boom, like punt a Jawa as hard as he could, and just see the Jawa recede into the binary sunset. That's what I would like to see. I think that would be a beautiful sight. Now, this is why I perhaps should be directing a Star Wars film, and not Rian Johnson. Rian Johnson just has the characters say snarky SJW things like, amazing, every word that you just said is wrong. Hey, that's what people say to me on Twitter. I don't want to see Luke Skywalker talking like some Tumblrite. Every word I just said was wrong. Amazing. Stop with the Tumblr sarcasm and then brushing off your shoulder like Barack Obama. Get out of here. God damn, that movie pisses me off. I don't usually get this angry. This is the kind of content you should be expecting on Geeks and Gamers. It is not, this temper is beneath me. It is not at all what you should be expecting from Comic Artist Pro Secrets, and I do apologize. Scott Mendelsohn brings it out. He brings it out of me. The ill-advised young Han Solo prequel is a Death Star-sized miss. No, it isn't. Following much behind the scenes melodrama, the now $250 million sci-fi caper earned decent reviews, but bombed here and abroad. It'll end up with a final global total of over under the 371 million gross of 2009's Terminator Salvation. That movie wasn't very good. You guys are saying that did we hit, oh my gosh. All right, let's look real quick. Check the Cyberfrog campaign. Tonight, by the way, guys, we are trying to get to, oh my gosh, $294,038. We just passed 294. If you haven't yet pledged to Cyberfrog Blood Honey and bought your copy, let me just go through it real quick. All right, this is a good time to do it. $50 comic book and mini comic, $25 just for the comic book. $40 you get 2 signed comics. By the way, they're all signed. Every comic is signed. 2 comic books, 2 ash cans, $75. $100 you get a comic book and ash can, and I'm going to draw Cyberfrog on your comic book. $200 Frog Fun Family Pack. You get 4 copies of everything, including all of the bonus stuff, all the stuff that you got, perks. Okay, so $500 is brand new. Oh, we sold 5 of these already. Okay, $500 is special thanks and name checked. You'll get everything from the Frog Fun Family Pack. You're going to get 4 copies of everything, 1 Cyberfrog sketch, and I'm going to have a whole page where I list everyone who bought the $500 tier, and I'm going to give you a special thanks. I'm going to say, thank you so much. The first person who bought this happened to be named Jesus, and for a long time he was the only person who had bought one. So I would have had to have said, thank you, Jesus, and that would have been weird. People wouldn't have known what I meant. $1,000 is a page of original Cyberfrog art, so you're going to get one of the pages from Blood Honey, and everything else too. You'll get one of everything and an original page of art. So very cool, guys. 294. How great would it be tonight if we could pass 300? If we could get to 300,000, that would be huge. That would be gigantic. That would make everybody very, very happy. We would go yub yub like the Ewoks. All right, let's put this back and get back to work. Somebody just said that in the chat, and I got very excited. Dave Jung says, "You're a strange animal." That's what I want. Yeah, I watched that show too. As much as I wouldn't want any company panicking and doing a 180 after one flop, you have to. It's not just one. It's a $80 million loss. $80 million loss. You do have to panic a little bit. You have to panic a little bit, just a little. And you have to do something. You have to make some changes. Following 3 straight one of them was 2 billion. Make no mistake. The first one was 2 billion. The second one was 1 billion. All right, and change. These are declining. Okay, and the third one, it's all in the way you phrase it. When you say 3 straight $1 billion hits, that's dishonest. That's not what you should be looking at. Star Wars movies, if the first Star Wars movie, A Force Awakens, made $2 billion and change, the second one should have made $3 billion and change. I mean, right now, Cyberfrog is at $294,000 and change. I want the second issue of Cyberfrog to be at $394,000 and change. Why? Well, because the first one's going to be so good. I expect more people to hop on. If more people do not hop on the second one, what am I doing wrong? That's the question that you need to ask yourself at that point. So 3 straight $1 billion hits, wrong. The first one, Force Awakens, was $2 billion and change. Second one was $1 billion and change. Okay, so that's a decline of 50%. And Rogue One was the second movie that they released. Yeah, it did make $1 billion, but you see another big decline because the second solo movie they made was called Solo, and it's going to make about 371 million. It's not going to. It might reach 400 million. I predict 400 million. That is sad. That is a 60% decline. 60% decline. So no. These are not. You do need to make changes, Scott. You do. This is good news for the Star Wars brand. How? As reported over Star Wars News Net, Disney refused to move Solo to December after Phil Lord and Chris Miller were replaced by Ron Howard, because I would argue Mary Poppins Returns was a more important release. I don't know why you say that. The only reason Mary Poppins Returns would be an important release is if the original cast starred. If we had Dick Van Dyke, old man Dick Van Dyke, and then why couldn't we get, what's her name? Who played Mary Poppins? Julie Andrews. Why couldn't we get Julie Andrews is still with us? She still looks good. She's still acting. Why couldn't we get Julie Andrews to play Mary Poppins again? Why not? Why not? Stupid. Why are you getting a young girl that nobody knows? Why? Why? God, that makes me angry. She can't sing anymore? Are you sure about that? I'd rather look at her though. I'd still rather I'd look at her and you can dub somebody else's voice into her mouth. But gave Lucasfilm an additional $80 million to reshoot 70%. Wait a second. Wait a second. This is news. Hold on a second. So they spent $250 million. All right, we finally got the figure. $80 million additional spent by Ron Howard to reshoot 70% of the film on a time crunch. We got the figure, dude. We got the figure. So if this is true, I'm not sure that it is true. $330 million was the cost, the production cost of Solo: A Star Wars Story. That is great news. I'm glad that we finally got that mystery. They were hiding that. They were hiding that from us for a long time, okay? So that $80 million right there, when they talk about the $80 million loss, that is the loss of firing. That is a direct consequence of firing Phil Lord and Chris Miller. They would have broke even, wouldn't they? According to them, they would have broke even, if we're to believe them, had they just let Phil Lord and Chris Miller finish the film. That is magnificent. Wow, that is a reason for Kathleen Kennedy to be fired. What's the worst that could have happened? They would have put out a Solo movie that was kind of wacky. It was kind of funny. Hey, we'd be reading articles today about how Disney is trying something new. They put out a Han Solo comedy film, and it's fun. What a bunch of scumbags. All right, so Kathleen Kennedy fired these two men. I thought she'd murdered them. She didn't murder them, okay? But she made them go away. They reemerged after the film was a bomb to troll it and make fun of it, which was great. They had to cough up $80 million more to give to Ron Howard to reshoot 70% of the film on a time crunch. They lied about this. They never told us this. This is the first time I've heard this. Wow. They also refused to give the Star Wars Story, already opening in lesser Memorial Day slot, any marketing advantages over Avengers of Infinity War. Now, that is true, but that's because they knew from the very start that this movie was going to be a bomb, and they told us that. They told us it was going to be a bomb. Way back when they told us it was going to be a bomb. This means they aren't automatically going to prioritize Star Wars over their other big franchises. No, not anymore. How is that good news? It also means that they will throw money at a troubled project to ensure a decent movie and thus protect the brand. That's not what happened. It probably was a good movie by Chris Lord or Chris Miller and Phil Lord. It probably was. It probably was just fine. It just made fun of John Kasdan's stupid ass SJW script. I mean, it probably was great. John Kasdan wrote a very sincere movie about L337 being a feminist activist. You know, a droid activist. Oh, droids have rights. They don't have any rights. They don't have any rights. Droids have rights. John Kasdan wrote a stupid script. Phil Lord and Chris Miller got it and turned it into a funny movie, a parody, kind of. And then they got fired for that. They got fired for that. And then in reaction to that, Lucasfilm panicked and let it go all over the media that this was a troubled production. Troubled production. Let everyone know. Scared everyone. Articles to you guys. Look at this. And this is the end result. This means they aren't automatically going to prioritize. This is the fallout. All of their movies get scrapped. They are no longer going to prioritize Star Wars films over Pixar films, over Mary Poppins, over Marvel. Definitely not over Marvel movies. It also means they will also throw money at a troubled project to ensure a decent movie. But it wasn't a decent movie, so you failed. Assuming that all of this is true, and the money that you spent is the money that you lost. You pissed that money away. And I would have liked to have seen a funny Han Solo movie. That movie might have been pretty good. That is unreal. God, that's infuriating. I would love to interview Chris Miller and Phil Lord. Chris Miller and Phil Lord, if by any chance you're listening, why don't you send me a little DM on the down low? Let me talk to you. I know that you guys right now are pissed off. I respect you. I have deep, deep respect for you. Send me a little message. I know a lot of people from Lucasfilm, by the way, are sending me messages. I have all these inside sources now. I'm getting all kinds of interesting information. I keep your confidence, but if you guys in any way would like to send me a little message, give me little tips, do whatever you want to do that, because I would love to know more about what went on behind the scenes here and how you feel about it. Ridiculous. Yeah, Chris Miller and Phil Lord are heroes right now. By the way, if you were to make a list, a chart of all of the heroes of Comic Artist Pro Secrets, first of all, Tico is at the top. Tico is definitely, you can see Tico back there, right there, see her? Tico is at the top of the list. Phil Lord, Chris Miller are also on the list at this point. They are heroes. They are amazing human beings. God bless them for everything that they have done and everything that they went through. Incredible. All right, let's, oosh. Okay, no, okay, I don't believe that's true. I got a message saying we're watching you now. That's not them. That's a hoax. Okay, almost certainly. Let me read some super chats. Chuck Graham, thank you for Canadian 279. If Ryan does not go, I will pour salt in my eyes. Don't do that. Spider-Man, not Bug Boy, thanks for 299. Blood Honey, can we buy the acrylic figure? Well, you know what, honestly, we have people working on sculptures right now. We will have something like that available soon. I think next year, statues or something, or maybe even action figures. You know, we might. Mexi Man and Cheese, thanks for $10. Let's accept Rian Johnson's challenge. We could make a better Star Wars movie than him. Our Indiegogo will be called the Rian Johnson Challenge. That way, if they cancel it, it will look even more pathetic. Rian Johnson is such a piece of garbage as a human being. And I know this sounds judgmental. Rian Johnson is such a piece of garbage as a human being that this hoax, remake Last Jedi, that hoax that's going on right now, he's like, do it. Do it. I'd love to see you try. He's like so bitter that people hate his movie and think that he can't make it, like his movie's horrible, that he's like, here's my chance to show. It's not as easy as it looks. Do it. I hope they do it. Please, please, please do it. What? Can you imagine Steven Spielberg behaving that way? Can you imagine that? Can you imagine Martin Scorsese behaving that way? Can you imagine any legitimate filmmaker behaving that way? Now, what would a person with class say? A person with class, a director with class, an artist with class would say, yeah, that sounds cool. Maybe I could learn something from you guys. You keep however you feel inside. You take the higher ground. You take the high road and say, I would love to see it. That sounds like fun. No, you're like, do it. You know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of that British dipshit on late night television, and that clip of him when he heard that Trump was announcing that he'd like to run for president. Do it. Do it, please. On behalf of all Americans who don't want you to be president, but desperately want you to run for president of the United States, do it. I'll pay you. Do it. John Oliver. There he is. That's his name. Reminds me of that. What happened, John Oliver? What happened? You fool. I love that clip. That clip is just pure cringe. Pure 100% cringe. Well, he did it, John. He did it. He did it, and now he's president and will be for the next 6 years. So thank you very much. You know, hey, Rian Johnson, what makes you so sure that a project like this on a smaller budget, on a much smaller budget, couldn't produce a better film than what you made? You did have more money, but having more money doesn't necessarily mean a better film. Why? I wonder how much The Delightful Hearts Beat Loud cost to make. And I'll bet you Hearts Beat Loud is a better movie than The Last Jedi. How could it not be? So do you really want to sit there and go, do it, and think that people are dumb, think that your fans, think that Star Wars fans are stupid, and that there's no talent in this group of people, and that we couldn't do a better movie than you made? Ivan Ortega could make it. Ivan Ortega could make a better movie. I know he could. He's got heart. He definitely has heart. Yeah, so anyway, that's infuriating. What a... Perhaps Disney left money on the table by opening Black Panther: A Wrinkle in Time, Avengers: Infinity War, Solo, and Incredibles 2 almost on top of each other. Yet, they have amassed a terrifying 42% cut of the domestic market share. The next biggest are Fox, 15.3, Warner Brothers, Time Warner, 13.8, and if you ask me about the Universal Comcast Core, currently 8.9 with Jurassic World 2, not getting good reviews. I'm crushed by that. I'm crushed by that. I was gonna go see that today. I wanted to go see Jurassic Park 2. I'm gonna try to go tomorrow because I want to review it. And when I go to review it, like if it's not good, I'm gonna be really sad. I'm gonna be so sad. I love Jurassic Park movies, love them. And then I saw the reviews. It's like they're giving it like a 52% on Rotten Tomatoes. Oh no, no, no! Has anybody seen it yet? Has anybody seen Jurassic Park 2 or Jurassic World 2? It's awful. I heard it's not good. Horrible. Oh my God. Should I not go see it? I would go see it and do a review. I don't know if it's worth it. Because like, listen, if it's a bad movie and I think it's funny, I can make it funny. That it's bad, I mean that would make a good video. But you don't want to see me crying because it was bad. I mean, I'd be like, no, it sucked. Sorry, Jurassic Park. Yeah, very bad. I'll still go see it though. It's animal rights. It's about well, that's good. I'm for animal rights a little bit, a little bit. I don't think you should be cruel to animals. Oh boy, just be warned. I'm gonna see it anyway. I'm gonna go see it. I'll just go look at the dinosaurs and turn my brain off. You know, if I wanted to be a paleontologist when I was a little kid, so I would go see it. I'm reading your comments right now. People think animals are delicious. I do too. I do too. They're dinosaurs, not animals. No, dinosaurs are animals. But of course, you bring them back to life. Do they have rights? That is the question. If you are responsible, like, for bringing them back, do they have rights? Yeah, I still think they do. I think they do. Because they're living creatures. I don't know. I don't know. Is that it? No, there's more. Assuming the Disney Fox deal happens, there will be no justification for Disney to churn out Star Wars movies on the regular. This is so depressing. This is so depressing. A reason to turn out Star Wars movies on the regular should be everybody wants them and they make a lot of money. But there's going to be no reason to make them. You can do anything else. These other movies, Deadpool, Avatar, they're going to make more money than Star Wars. Star Wars can be one big cog in a massive machine. This guy is undermining Star Wars now. This guy is Scott Mendelsohn, and I'm telling you, he's doing this on purpose. I'm telling you that he is doing this absolutely on purpose. This article is meant to depress. I don't know if I want to even read any more of this. The idea that there will be another Star Wars trilogy dilutes the specialness of the brand. I agree with that. The best way to delay the inevitable is not to drown consumers in Star Wars theatrical content, especially since Disney has plenty of eggs in plenty of baskets. Star Wars isn't Marvel. It is still viewed by the populace not as an interconnected series of standalone franchises, but as a singular series. As such, the best thing Disney can do, or could do, is make a point not to bleed it dry. Who wants to be a millionaire style and keep it as a somewhat rare event for as long as possible? What do you guys think of that? You think that's what you do? A Star Wars movie every 10 years? I mean, what do you do? Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I feel like you could do Ewoks 3, absolutely. I feel like you could still do it. I feel like you could do 2 Star Wars movies a year and it would be fine. Just make them good. Just make them good movies. I think they have the attitude because of the Marvel franchises. It's like, hey, let's do 3 or 4 of these a year, and they're all going to make money. Star Wars could be that way. I mean, it could be that way. Will we accept new characters? I think by now everyone accepts Darth Maul. Remember when we first saw Darth Maul and it was just so badass? Yeah, I mean, now everyone accepts Darth Maul. Time passes and you just kind of go, yeah, that is Star Wars now. That's not fake. EVS, will Marvel burn out? Asked Rebel Leaf. No. No, it won't burn out. But if they do bring these social justice characters in, okay, there's a character named Carol Danvers. Carol Danvers is Captain Marvel. She's the female Captain Marvel. Over at Marvel Comics, the actual Marvel comic books, they have taken on this weird thing where they are Carol Danvers used to be this beautiful, voluptuous woman with long blonde hair. I mean, she was just gorgeous. But they've decided to butch her up. They've taken away her breasts. They've cut her hair short. She's got the mental illness haircut. That's when you shave the sides and just have a flop, a long kind of goofy flop of hair right on one side of your head. And her figures, like her face, is mannish, square jaw. It is strange. She looks like Rachel Maddow. Now, the thing that they're doing with breasts is weird. I will tell you what goes on in Marvel. Her name, by the way, everybody calls her Carl Manvers now instead of Carol Danvers, which I think is damn funny and right on the point. I'll tell you what goes on over there, and I'll tell you what goes on in comics. And it's happened a little bit to me at DC Comics. Now, when I got on Green Lantern, there's a character, Sinestro's daughter, is named Saranic Natu, and she's a sexy woman. She's got like kind of orange, kind of purpley skin, kind of. Magenta skin, I would say, and she has a Sinestro core suit, and she zips it down. Now, the way that Brad Walker, the original artist, who was a great big SJW, but a nice guy, used to draw it, he would zip it way down her chest, so you'd see really nice, like, round boobs. You get good cleavage, a lot of cleavage, and that's the way he drew her. So I didn't even think about it. Like, I'm from the 1990s, and in the 1990s, you did as many like ass and boob shots as you possibly could on every page, or people wanted to know why you weren't doing it. Well, something happened in comics where that stopped, and editors would start telling you, don't do that anymore. So when I drew Saranic Natu with her top zipped down, editors called me and said, fix that. What do you mean? Zip it back up. It's a drawing. Zip it. Yeah, use whiteout. Draw it so it's zipped up. Oh. Okay, so you zip it up, and then they start telling you to stop delineating so many shapes underneath it. So eventually you're just drawing this kind of straight, flat rack across her chest. It's just it's a uniboob. It's a unitit. Unitit, is that better? Uniboob? Monoboob? Monotit? What works best? You guys tell me what works best. Washboard chest? No. It is kind of a ledge. But yeah, unitit. Unitit is good because it sounds like unitard. So unitit kind of works. All right, so it's just a unitit. Now, they started doing that but see, I can draw that. Like, I'm like, okay, so I just assume that her costume, just lays over her boobs and just makes a kind of flat, sort of stretched out shape. But still, on the sides and everything, you make it look like it's real. She looks like she's wearing a tight t-shirt that is just kind of stretched out. Okay, so that's fine. We can do that. But then they started doing it with Carl Manvers in a weird way. You could no longer make the unitit actually look like two boobs that are just, hidden under clothing. It becomes some other kind of shape. I can't even describe it. It looks like a pancake. It looks like it looks like somebody stretched a piece of burger meat across her chest. It is very, very strange. No, it's not. They're not littler. She didn't make. Yeah, they look like pecs. They're like man pecs, almost. And so that is Carl Manvers. Now, Marvel Comics, the original characters, Iron Man, the Hulk, all you've heard that you can look up that you're just like, yeah, I like this hero. She's a hero. She's sexy. She's fun. She's cool. She's powerful. But then they made her into Rachel Maddow all of a sudden. They just made her have this kind of, what's with the F? Are we still going? Are we live? We're back now? Oh, all right. I know why. Now let me plug this in. I'm going to have to unplug my headphones. And just, there we go. Now we have working. We're good. Hooray. All right, yeah. I'm cutting. Am I okay? You guys just say, yeah, you sound... Well, it cut for a second because it let me know that the battery of my phone was dying. So I had to unplug my headphones, plug the jack into my phone, and then now we're okay. We're good. Yeah. Let's see. Why doesn't he show his face? I mean, I know why, but still, he should say it. Who are you talking about? Me? Why don't I show my face?
I show my face all the time. Yeah. Let's see. I'm looking pretty jacked. Where was I? No, I haven't been silenced. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Oh yeah, Carl Manvers. Okay, so so that is the thing. Now there are weird social justicey things that are going on. You're no longer allowed to smoke cigarettes. No characters are allowed to smoke. They don't want Wolverine to encourage kids to smoke. It's okay if he eviscerates a bunch of people with his claws, but yeah, you should never have him smoke because it encourages people. It encourages people to smoke. Now, this is the same thing that's going on over there. Now, all the original characters are great. They are now dead. If you saw, I'm sorry to spoil it for you. They disappeared. They were killed at the end of Avengers Infinity War, the first one. And now they are going to be saved. They're going to be rescued by the SJW characters, which include Carl Danvers, Carl Manvers, I mean, Squirrel Girl probably, Kamala Khan, all of these characters that continue America. Oh God, they're all really bad. They're all terrible characters. EVS's spoiler story. Well, that's what's going to happen. So is Marvel going to burn out? No, they're not. They're going to commit seppuku. They're going to commit Harry Carey by trying to get regular people to like SJW comics now, or SJW characters. People don't like them. People do not like these characters, and it's not going to work. It isn't going to work. Any Dynamico says, "What's the deal with the 3 Jokers?" Well, you're gonna have to wait and see. You're gonna have to wait and see. All right, let me read some super chats here. All right, so Great Loner, thanks for $10. Ethan, will you release your new comic in a graphic novel compilation? If so, soft cover or hardcover? I pledged to your campaign last night based on your little blue girl story. Keep up the good work. Somebody actually said that, but oh my God, it was a joke. It was a perfectly set up joke. Tom Barnes, thank you. They were second graders. F again? Are we back? F Moose. No, okay. That's weird. My pencil is being held up. All right, it's showing up on my screen. We're back. Yeah, we are back. All right, look. Yeah. Keep cutting out. Should I just end this? I don't like this. I don't like being in the middle of, yeah. I might just end this chat. All right, let me get through the super chats though. That is important. That's very important. Will I release my new comic in a graphic novel compilation? Yeah, I will. Like in 2 years. In 2 years, I'll definitely do that. Tom Barnes, thank you for $1.99. Uncle E and Digital Amphibians CD. Jacob Budmer, thanks for $2. But would it have been fun and funny? That is the question. Would it have been a blast? Would it be a blast? Dallas Deadeye, thanks for $5. Uncle E, KK had to make the movie look like a troubled production. Otherwise, the higher-ups would not have deep-sixed Lord and Miller. Chris in Oregon, thanks for $5. That's a good point, by the way. Just donated. Money equals Cyberfrog. Porta potties aside, you raise my spirits daily. Much respect. Thanks, brother. I do appreciate you. Thank you so much. You know, people actually do send me messages and say that, you know, I'm sick. I'm in the hospital. Thanks for making your videos. It cheers me up. That means everything to me. Thank you so much for saying that. M Flips, thanks for €10. Read on, don't waffle too much. Jake Foley, thanks for $5. Just ordered Cyberfrog. Thanks for inspiring me to get back into drawing. A Caustic Soldier, thanks for $2. Jurassic World 2 is not bad. It's just a bit cliche. Tim King, $5. Just got paid today. Prepare for my super chats. God bless. Thank you so much, Tim. CPU Man, thanks for $2. Hey, Uncle Ethan, did you get my message on Twitter? I don't know. Break All Day, thanks for $1.99. All Lucas's original model every 3 years. Caustic Soldier, thanks for $2. Warbird was an amazing design. They ruined Carol. You mean Warbird, I think. Jane Smith, thanks for $2. Grilled cheese boobs. That's what it is. It looks like a grilled cheese sandwich. It has a ledge, doesn't it? Like it has a hard like edge and a ledge. Yeah. Grilled cheese sandwich around her chest. James Jordan III, thanks for $5. Do you think it would be a good time for a Battlestar Galactica movie? Yeah, maybe. You know, the TV show was pretty good. Redbeard, thanks for $2. I couldn't make it through the Wendig Twitter tantrum. Dude, I could barely make it through the Wendig Twitter tantrum. And it wasn't a tantrum. It was somebody who isn't funny, trying to be funny, thinking they're funny, and not being quiet. It was deeply annoying. All right. So Rogue One, a Star Wars story, is the exception to the rule. A typical blockbuster that offered something of a moment that happened to be a Star Wars movie. That was a good. I liked it. I know you guys didn't. It was full of SJW content, but I really did like Rogue One compared to everything else. I might watch it again and see if I change my mind. Going forward, Disney and Lucasfilm should commit to, at worst, maintaining the Star Wars saga as something akin to the James Bond series, with a new offering as part of a trilogy or standalone every 2 to 4 years. That offers the kind of blockbuster sci-fi thrills that are unparalleled even among other tentpoles. The wake-up call that is Solo, a Star Wars story, is just what the franchise needed to, live long and prosper. Scott Mendelsohn, go fuck yourself. No. Listen, you are completely wrong. You're completely wrong. No, that's not the thing. It's not too much Star Wars. It's too much bad Star Wars by SJWs. It's too much bad Star Wars by people like you. That's all it is. Get rid of them. Get these SJWs out of here. I'm not even, if you have to throw them, if you have to throw a net over them, whatever you have to do, I say throw a net over them, put them on a fishing boat, and then take them right out to the middle of the ocean and just drop them in the water. Just drop them in. Whatever you have to do to get rid of these SJWs and make it so they don't come back. And by the way, set traps around the studio, SJW rat traps, catch them in case they try to get their way back in. This is what happens. This is what happens. So now you're confused. You're all confused. You think, oh, maybe it's Star Wars' fault. Maybe it's Solo's fault. Maybe it's the character's fault. Maybe it's the white male's fault. Maybe it's this and that. No. It's not. It's SJW's fault. Get these people the fuck out of here. Get them out of here. Feed them to sharks. I don't care what you do. You can't let them in here. You can't let them make these movies. They make movies that nobody wants to see. And I don't know how many more times you need to be told. I don't know how many more times it needs to be demonstrated to you. People hate social justice warriors. They hate them. They absolutely hate them. Everywhere that you go, you see social justice warriors ruining things. Look at what's going on. Look at what's going on with Starbucks coffee. Starbucks coffee. Okay, so what happened? What happened over there in Philadelphia? What they threw some black people out of Starbucks in Philadelphia? Threw them out. They called the cops. Hey, can I use your bathroom? No, we just paying customers. You don't buy a cup of coffee at that point. You don't do that. You throw a fit. You have to call the cops. You're removed. Now you apologize. Social justice warriors call you racist. You apologize, and now 150 Starbucks are closing down. I mean, going out of it. How is Starbucks? How is Starbucks going out of business? How? Everybody likes Starbucks. Everybody drinks Starbucks, as far as I know. I don't understand it. I don't like coffee. I go into Starbucks and I go, what are all these hipsters? A million people sitting around. I'm putting it up here. All right, I'm putting it up here. Cyberfrog, I need you to stand in front of this for me, please. A million people that look just like this, sitting around in a Starbucks. What are they doing? Drinking coffee, banging on their computers. Why would you do that? Like, what is so cool? You like the atmosphere in a Starbucks? What are you doing in there? Why don't you leave? Why do people hang out at a Starbucks? Get your coffee and leave. You don't have anything to do? I mean, I don't understand. Get your ass out of the Starbucks. What do you want your computer for? Free Wi-Fi. There's free Wi-Fi everywhere. There's free Wi-Fi in every single store. Why are you hanging out at a Starbucks and driving them out of business? Get these SJWs out of here. You're making people feel uncomfortable with your nose ring and your weird shaved head. You're making people feel uncomfortable. Look at you. Yeah, you're just sitting around. I don't know. And then, by the way, if you won't buy something, get out. This isn't a public library. It ain't no library. Buy a cup of coffee, take it out of here. Go home, go to your work. Go to a park if you want to. What are people doing hanging out at a Starbucks? And now Starbucks is so nice. They're so nice. They're like, hey, we'd like to apologize for the way that we treated our non-customers. These aren't our customers. They're not. They're not your customers. They're not buying anything. We'd like to apologize. It was wrong. It was wrong, and so sorry. And then boom, 150 stores go out of business. Guys, at some point you have to learn. Do not buckle under to SJWs ever, ever. Nothing bad happens when you tell an SJW to go fuck themselves. Nothing bad happens. You need to do it. Star Wars, Lucasfilm, Disney. I know that many of you are SJWs, but some of you aren't, and some of you are looking at this going, well, wait a second. Did we buy a bad franchise? No. You bought Star Wars. You bought one of the best franchises. You bought something that a lot of people have invested their lives in, invested their spirituality, their hope. It's a hobby. It's a big hobby. It's a big deal to a lot of people. You invested in that, and then you infested it with a bunch of SJW maggots who decided that story comes second. First, we want to see if we can annoy people with, hey, look, it's Rose Tico. It warms my heart. It warms my heart to, let me hold on a second here. I'm going to look this up. But I mean, it's not about diversity being a problem. The problem is, what is the reason why they're doing this? Why are they doing this? It seems to me that they're doing this mostly to make themselves feel good while they're annoying other people. They're imagining that they're annoying other people. They are. They're annoying me. You've got Mark Wade. Look at this. How do you tolerate this? Mark Wade. Rose Tico is my favorite character in forever. Really? Mark, Rose Tico is your Mark. Rose Tico is your favorite character in forever. You're lying. You're lying. Just the thought that her existence unapologetically gives literally millions of young Asian girls a Star Wars hero they can recognize. Mark, are you saying they can't see the other Star Wars heroes? Why are you saying that Asian girls can't see Star Wars heroes? What is that? What's that all about? Makes me happier than I've been in a long, long time. Translation, Rose Tico is great because she annoys white people. Rose Tico annoys white people. It makes me feel pretty good, I guess, because I think that people basically live in groups. They group themselves according to where they come from. They group themselves according to their race and ethnicity, religion. People all naturally do that. That's what they do, right? Except for white people. White people shouldn't do that. And the hell with them. So it makes me happy that we have invaded what I consider to be a white male space with an Asian girl. Is she a good character? No, not really. But she's my favorite character and forever for that reason. She annoys people. She annoys conservatives. She annoys these Nazis in my head. I can imagine them going, grrr. Nazis. I can just imagine. It makes me feel great. I love it. Oh, by the way, I work on every single Marvel character that you can imagine. I work on Captain America. Rose Tico is my favorite character. I write Captain America. Rose Tico, my favorite character. I write the Hulk. Rose Tico is my favorite character. I've written Superman. Rose Tico is my favorite character. I have a Superman thing in my name. Rose Tico is my favorite character. This is insanity. This is absolute insanity. You can't let these people, you can't let these fat, white, chunky goofballs, social justice warriors, ruin every single franchise just to make themselves feel good. Can't do it. By the way, yeah, it didn't work. It didn't work. They didn't like the character. Nobody likes the character except for me. And by the way, Rose Tico literally is my favorite character in forever. Just the thought that her existence, ironically, gives Mark Wade goosebumps, makes me happier than I've been in a long, long time. I'm going to tweet that out. So that's the problem. That is the problem. There's the unsteadiness. Okay, so you've got social justice warriors. Kathleen Kennedy is also a social justice warrior, but that isn't her problem. She's not qualified for this job. She isn't qualified for this job. She's unsteady. She's flighty. She's indecisive. She is spontaneous. and doesn't think things through very well. I've never felt so much chaos coming from any film franchise, or any film studio. The idea that you would say, "Oh, there's going to be to follow up on the popularity of Dong Lover's Lando Calrissian, we're going to do a Lando solo movie." 3 hours later, after the entire Star Wars garbage media reports that, you come out and go, "What? No, there's a mistranslation. I was in France. There isn't there isn't going to be a Dong Lover." No, what happened was Dong Glover was floating around in his pool, looking at the advanced movie reviews for Solo, and said, "I got to get the hell away from this. Am I going to be a Lando Calrissian ever again? Hell no." Hell no, are you kidding me? Have you seen my new video? This is America. Hey, that's the direction that I'm going in, you know. I'm not gonna be Lando Calrissian ever again. They actually they sideswiped him. He's sitting there doing an interview with Alden Third Ehrenreich and Emilia Clarke, and they actually told him what John Kasdan said about Lando Calrissian being pansexual and having perhaps a sexual attraction to his droids. And poor Dong Lover actually had to play along with it, and he did the best he could. He said, "Oh, yeah, it's a big universe out there. You know, hey, have fun. Why wouldn't you? You're in outer space. Hey, there's no gravity. Why wouldn't you be sexually attracted to your robots? Why wouldn't you?" Very odd. Very, very odd. As soon as the world heard that there was going to be a Lando Calrissian solo movie, 3 hours later, boom, it was canceled. Utterly canceled. Why? Why would you make that announcement? Why would you say something like that? Why? The Outpatient says, the irony is that Rose Tico's sister was a true hero, and she had a better action figure, by the way. Paige Tico had a really nice action figure. And she was a hero. She was a hero. Somehow she made it so that bombs could fall in space. Just Ivan Ortega, how did you fix that scene? Ivan, I need to know how you fixed the scene where the bombs actually fell in outer space. They fell straight down, right past Paige. How do you fix that? Oh, magnets. Yeah, magnets, of course. Magnets would definitely work. Yeah, it's a good idea. By the way, it's a good idea to have magnetic bombs inside of a metal spacecraft. That'll work. That's using your old that's using the old noggin. Yeah, absolutely. So these are the problems. Scott Mendelsohn, the problem is not Star Wars. The problem isn't the frequency. I know that you guys think it's the frequency of these movies coming out. No, if they were good, just like Marvel movies show, if they were good, there could be no limit. There would be absolutely no limit to how many of these movies you could put out. You could put out 4 of them a year if they were good. I could imagine myself going to see a good Jabba the Hutt movie. I want that. I could imagine myself going to see a good Yoda movie. I could imagine myself going to see Obi-Wan Kenobi and then Boba Fett all in the same year. And make them trilogies. So we get okay. So I'm gonna go see Obi-Wan Kenobi 2 next year and Boba Fett 2 next year. Why not? Of course, we're Star Wars fans. We would definitely go. It's just that you're hiring the wrong people. You have the wrong creative people in control. The idea that you would give up on Star Wars just because of Kathleen Kennedy, her inadequacy is alarming, disturbing. I won't give up on it. You guys won't give up on it either. I mean, we're gonna fight for this. We're gonna fight for this, Scott Mendelsohn, if you don't mind. I can zoom in on Scott again. I absolutely love it. He's so cool. Yeah, we're gonna fight for this. We're definitely gonna fight for this, and we're gonna make this a thing. We're gonna make this work. All right, so let me read some super chats. Dun, dun, dun. Some people are actually posting on they're posting in my comments section and noticing that because I have pop-ups on my iPad that they can actually post and then see themselves live in the video. Just when somebody said, "Look, I'm a pop-up on Ethan's video," just then, that's when I just zoomed in on Scott Mendelsohn, and they totally, yeah, they totally got memed. All right, so you missed it. Let me read some of these. Wow, some nice super chats here. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you. I appreciate your super chats. I like all the people that are ordering Cyberfrog. Thank you for ordering Cyberfrog. Thank you so much. Let me check on that, by the way, before we even... Why not do that? Why not see how Cyberfrog is doing? Cyberfrog Blood Honey, part 1 of 4, by the way. The next one is going to be called Wrecked Planet. Wrecked Planet is going to be even better. It's going to be even better than Cyberfrog Blood Honey. And the best one is going to be the Green Supremacy. I can't wait to get to the last one. I was telling Andrea all about it. The Green Supremacy. My God. Oh, look at this. All right, cool. We're at $294,378. Maybe we can get to 295. Maybe we can get to 295 tonight. Yeah, I'm gonna spell it Wrecked, R-E-K-T, Wrecked Planet. Absolutely. That is just the coolest. I like the way Wrecked looks. All right. Even though I don't think the word wrecked would exist in this timeline, because the world ended in 1998 and there was no internet culture, so wrecked probably wouldn't work. But it's still a cool word, and I'm gonna use it anyway. Let's see here. Golden Dragon, thanks for $5. LOL, the CEO retired to run for president in 2020. Yeah, Bob Iger is going to run against Trump. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. Has anyone seen Bob Iger and like seen him talk? Is he funny? Is he going to be able to verbally joust? Is he going to be able to spar with Trump? I don't know. I don't know if he will. I can see Oprah Winfrey trying to shame Trump. But I can't picture Bob Iger beating Trump. I can't picture it. Cecil, thank you but I couldn't picture President Trump either for a long time. So, you know, who knows? Cecil, $2. Real Cecil here. Phony on WCB. It's an outrage. Wow. Darth Soldier, thanks for $20. Appreciate you. You're a soldier and a saint. You should invest in Black Rifle Coffee Company. I don't know what that is. Okay. The Outpatient, thank you for Canadian $2. DM'd you a fan art pic on Twitter, my first tweet. Oh, cool, thank you. I'll have a look at it. Take that, dummy. Thanks for $1.99. Seattle here. Yes, Starbucks is just that. It's just a place to hang out. It's where soy boys hang out and just talk on their computer. I don't know. Fandom Menace, thanks for $2. Once they infest, you must divest. I like that. SJWs, once they infest, you must divest. So true, so true. Darth Soldier again, thank you for another $20. Also, just had to say that you're an inspiration to a lot of people, myself included. I can't wait for Cyberfrog. I had to have the comics sent to my parents' house to have them to send me and my soldiers in Korea. Oh wow, you're a soldier. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thanks for your service. I admire soldiers a great deal. I don't have the guts to do that. I don't know how you guys do that, man. That's high tea right over there. That is high tea. I tried to join the army in 2002, and they kicked me out for my asthma, and I just went, boy, I would have been a flop as a soldier anyway. Irene, thanks for $4.99. Mark will be sad when he finds out that he will never be the hero of the story. He never will. Yeah, he is on the wrong side of history. Steve Dye, thanks for $2. Wrote effing Kingdom Come. Favorite character, Tico. Right? That's how you know. It's like, just stop lying. Patrick Mazika, thank you for $5. Intellectual genius. Charles Krauthammer died today. Oh, did he really? Oh, rest in peace, Charles Krauthammer. I didn't know he died today. I knew he was sick. He always looked a little bit ill. I'm sorry to hear that. I enjoyed him. Favorite quote, I started out as a liberal with hope, and then I changed. Yeah, rest in peace, Charles. Commander Rose Tico, thanks for $2. Is Rose Tico named after Rosie the Riveter? That would make sense, wouldn't it? I don't know. I always thought the name was funny. Like Rose is I guess. I mean, there's a Luke, Leia. I mean, these are Earthling names. So I guess Rose Tico's okay. Darth Soldier, thanks for $5. Make a shirt that says I'd fuck Tico. No. Cecil, thanks for $2. Lando Colt WD-40 works every time. I seen that meme, yeah. Dallas Deadeye, thanks for $5. I'm waiting for the last day of the campaign to buy more Cyberfrog books, Uncle E. Oh, that's good. Thank you. We'll get a little bit of a fireworks show. If you haven't yet had a chance to get a Cyberfrog book, do it now. Let's try to get it to $295 before the end of the show today. That'd be cool. We are at $294, $463. Yeah, that would be really, really great. Jesse N, thanks for $2. I'm ordering mine tomorrow because it's payday. Right, tomorrow's Friday. Friday's payday for most people. Uncle Shifty, thanks for $1.99. Uncle E, wrecked number spelling was big then, right? R3. Yeah, I think so. I think so. But I don't want to confuse too many people with the 1998 kind of jargon. People will blame me. They'll say it's because you're old, and I am. I can, I want to keep it as current as I can in 2018 without any, really anachronisms that don't belong there. Joe Marone, thanks for $5. What would Cyberfrog soundtrack sound like? Pop, orchestral, 80s Tangerine Dream? Actually, it would sound like modern day hip hop, kind of, honestly. Combo Breaker, thank you for $5. I'm rewatching all of the Lethal Weapon movies. They hold up. So many great moments in these movies. Picking up Cyberfrog tomorrow, $50. Thank you so much. Alex G, $2. Coco the Gorilla died too. I did hear about that. Dick's out for Coco. Terrible. Jason DeWitt, thank you for $5. Set a man before a fire, he is warm for the night. Set a man on fire, he's warm for life. I never thought of that. That is true. That's absolutely true. Jay Mangwell, 1978, thank you for $10. I'm Hispanic, and I have literally never said we need more Hispanics in Star Wars so I can feel represented. I don't see myself represented in the poorly developed Poe Dameron. No, but you're meant to. You're meant to. That should have been enough for you. S. Grace, thanks for $5. Please reach out to Louder with Crowder to promote Cyberfrog and alternative comics. Love the videos, Uncle Ethan. You know what? Not Jay Garrett. Not Garrett. Not Gay Jared follows me on Twitter. He just followed me one day. I'll reach out to him. I'll say hello to him and see if he wants to answer me back. But I don't know. I don't really. I'm not that kind of. You want me to go on these shows? I don't know. A Cossack Soldier, thanks for $5. A liberal is just a conservative that hasn't been robbed yet. Sam Keith, save him from IDW, Ethan. Show him the way. Did Sam Keith really say that? I don't think he said that. Sam Keith is a funny guy. He's extremely eccentric. I remember he would come to the New York con shows in January when it was freezing cold out with like ice and slush and everything outside. He would come into the convention wearing like those red short like basketball shorts from the 1970s and like old beat up sneakers, and he would just sit down and start drawing. Like I'd be like, "Aren't you cold?" "Yeah, no, I'm fine." Whoa, that is awesome. And a lot of things like I understood he used to ink. Sometimes he'd mix his own blood into the ink. He said, "I really want to put myself into this a little bit more." Sometimes he would turn in a Wolverine cover. Way back in the 80s, he would turn in a Wolverine cover with like Wolverine's just sitting in a tree naked with his dong hitting the ground, And they'd say, "What are you doing? Like, you can't." And he'd just say, "I don't know." And he'd have to go back and fix it. Like, that's Sam Keith. Like, he's a super cool guy, a really great artist. I don't know. I don't know why he's at IDW. I don't understand that at all. I think that Sam Keith should be publishing the Max the way that I'm publishing Cyberfrog. IDW is going out of business. From what I can see, I don't think they're steady, and Sam Keith doesn't belong there. Adrian Stone, thank you for New Zealand $2.99. Are there any plans for the final day of the campaign? I'll think of it, but I'm going to just live stream 24/7. Well, not 24/7, 24/1. I'm going to live stream nonstop. It'll be a telethon. It'll be musical, I guess. I don't really know. It is going to be like, I'll be like Jerry Lewis. It's going to be a lot of fun. Ada BC. Thanks for $2. Extend Indiegogo to the 1st. Yeah, I might. I don't know if I'm allowed to. I don't know. I guess I can. You can extend it as probably 60 days, but it's fun. The SJWs are waiting for this to end so that they can attack me without like me making a profit off of it. That'd be funny to just keep it going on forever and ever. It's like, just keep the Cyberfrog Blood Honey campaigns. It's going. It's still going. Let's see. Kraken says you get 1 extension per campaign. Stop the torture, take down the pick. All right, I will. Let's put let's see if we can get, our guys here. We don't mind these guys. They're all right. They're okay. I like Chewbacca better, though. Let's get Chewbacca on the screen mostly. That's about as much Chewbacca as we can get. Yeah, Chewbacca was good in that movie. He did look cool. They did a good job with him. Yeah, maybe I will. I might extend it. People are saying that it's projected to make almost 400,000, according to like Backer Kit. I don't know what that is. Yeah, extend it. Why not? Yeah, I guess I will, because people should be able to bid on it. People should be able to. A lot of people are saying, I'm not going to have money in time. Like, what, if it ends next Friday, I'm not going to be able to, how am I going to get it? All right, so extend it and make 500,000. Oh my God. Yeah, I think let's see. Bodo says it'll make 300K easy. Yeah, I think it will at this point. We've got 8 days left, and we're at 294. At this point, I think it's gonna hit. It might hit 400 if we push it. It might hit 400 in 8 days. I can see that happening totally. If I kept it up, wow, hitting 500,000, that would make oh my God, that would yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. What do you think about that? I think 400 is realistic. People are saying at this point, yeah, because I'll bet tomorrow morning, if I'm lucky, if tonight's a good night, tomorrow morning I might wake up to see that it's hit 300. Maybe not. Maybe it'll be 297. But yeah, if I keep it up 7 more days, it should hit 400, especially with the last day being a big deal. And then we just extend it. I mean, it's a tremendous success. People are telling me that they can't afford it right now, and they wanna back it, but they can't. That's a good enough reason to keep it going. And also, it'll drive SJWs insane if I keep it going. And the chance of having the first $500,000 comic book is a reason to keep doing it. Yeah, I mean, it would be historical. All right. Yeah, I think, is that okay with you guys? What do you think? Extend? I mean, even for the, just the historical fact of doing it. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I think we're gonna do it. Babe? Hi. Andrea's coming downstairs. The chat is telling me that, and I didn't know this about Indiegogo. Are you coming down to be with me? I'm live. Just FYI. Am I too noisy down here?
No, I was up listening to chats.
Oh, okay. All right, so they're telling me that I should extend it. Like, you get 1 extension per campaign.
Yeah.
Now, when I first started this, they said, do you want to go for 30 days or 60 days? And I went 30 days. 60 days is too long. I could literally extend this another month. Now, in 8 days, and they're saying it's a good idea, and everybody's saying, hi, Aunt Andrea. Do you want to say hi? Yeah, they're saying that, okay, there are people that are sending me messages saying, I'm not going to have money in 8 days. I'm going to need until July. So that to me is a pretty good reason. But if we leave it up, it's quite possible that we would hit $500,000 on Cyberpunk #1.
Really? But that's going to push delivery date back, right? Then we're looking at Christmas.
Well, maybe.
Because we're already in November, so that's going to have the holidays.
Well, we'll see what happens. I don't know. I don't know. How would that work? Like if I added another month? We are willing to wait. Extend. Don't let existing customers down. Yeah. See, people are saying different things here. Early Christmas present. Listen to Andrea. Andrea is the brains behind that. Yeah, seriously, Andrea is the brains. 2 weeks. Don't extend. We will wait 2 weeks. Extend. I love Cecil. That has nothing to do with this. No. Does Cecil have anything to do with this? Yeah, so we'll talk about it. We're going to talk about it amongst ourselves. I would like to still deliver in November. Won't it throw off Red Rooster and Rainbow Brute? Well, it won't throw off Rainbow Brute really, because here's what I'm thinking. I mean, I would just say let's just let it run for another month. I'll promote it. I won't promote it as hard, and I'll just try to make. I'll try to get to 500,000. But I just won't push it as hard as I normally do. And in the meantime, I'll just be working on this book, getting it out there. Yeah, I got to think about it. $500,000 stretch goal.
We might have to do a Twitter vote.
Should do a Twitter vote?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Andrew is smart. Consider the time spent shipping. So push it back to December. But you know what we could do?
We might have to hire some helpers to pack up.
Yeah. No more stretch goals. We're thinking about it. We're chewing our nails. Andrew literally is chewing her nails. All right, let me read some more super chats. This is great. You guys are awesome. Go for $1 million. Yeah. Can you imagine if this was $1 million? People would be like SJWs would be like smoke coming out of their ears if this hit $1 million. Oh my God.
You'd have to go on Fox News.
I would definitely. At that point, I'll go on the TV shows. Absolutely. All right. So, Jesse N, thanks for $2. Like a gray Jedi, I'm a gray Democrat, aka independent. Well, see, we like that. We like Democrats. The Dallas Deadeye, thanks for $5. You have to go on InfoWars with Alex and advertise the campaign, Uncle E. Alex can sell ice to Eskimos. I'm just starting to get to know Alex Jones, and I think he's pretty funny. And yeah, if he asked me to, I would definitely. And that would also infuriate SJWs. They'd be like, see, I told you he liked Alex Jones. I'd be like, yeah, I love him. What do you mean? He's awesome. S. Grace, thanks for $2. You two doing a show would be epic. Yeah, Andrea is very shy, though. You want to talk about that a little bit? Like, why wouldn't you want to do a show? It's just...
I don't know.
You don't know? You don't feel comfortable with these kind people? I mean, my dad did. My dad was very, talkative and...
You're very quick. Your dad's quick,
You're really quick, too. Well, no, you know
I
what?
enjoy listening to you.
Yeah, you're very thoughtful, and then you'll come up with a zinger, and you come up with the best words, like wackadoo. Andrea was like, I heard you saying wackadoo. That's my word. I'm like, listen, we're married. What's yours is mine, and what's mine is yours. If you say wackadoo, that's my word now, too. You hanging out, or are you going to go back up?
I don't know. I think I should go to bed.
Okay. Yeah, I'll probably finish this up and come up and join you.
We have one child graduating tomorrow, so.
Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. All right, love. Let's see. Finish these super chats. Andrea looks good. Good for it. Yeah, it would be epic. I would love her to do it. I would love her to slowly become Hila to my Ethan. But she's just not. That's not her thing. You hear like when I said, wouldn't you be on the show? She kind of like her face kind of frowned and she went, I don't know. She doesn't feel even though like if you're with her for a long time, she's quick on the like that. But yeah, I think she would feel kind of shy. Jason Do It, thanks for $5. Wendig is dope as a furry, but if he ever shaves his back, he'll lose all his furry superpowers. Evil Ash 3373, thanks for $5. Go for a full million, Ethan. I don't think I get there. I can totally picture 500 though. I can totally picture that. Golden Dragon 222, thanks for $2. Keep it up. It might end up like DNC with 8,000 backers. I think I'm gonna get to 8,000 anyway. I think I'm gonna get to 8,000. I have 46 right now. I can see that. Well, I don't know. Maybe not. Would it double? I don't know if it's going to double. I don't know if it's going to double in that time, but I think we're going to keep it up. I'm pretty sure. I like the idea. Jesus, thanks for $2. Wouldn't it throw off Red Rooster and Rainbow Brute? Okay, Red Rooster is, not our concern. Rainbow Brute is our concern. Yeah, I would still like to launch Rainbow Brute this year. But one thing at a time. I mean, we want each of these campaigns to be successful. Rainbow Brute is going to get launched this year. That is definitely going to happen. A Caustic Soldier, thanks for Australian $2. Andrea is smart. Consider the time sent shipping. Yeah, we are going to. Well, that's going to be us. I mean, we're going to take that time to ship all these out. And if worse comes to worse, I just won't do it. She'll do it, and she'll hire help in my stead, and I will just constantly be drawing. I wouldn't mind, we'll get some local girls in here to pack and ship and everything. The money won't be an issue. We can pay. So that would be fine. Chris Gargan, thanks for $5. Extending because of popularity. Work while it runs. Yeah. James Thomas, thanks for $99. You deserve it, Uncle E. That'll make me cry. I don't know if I deserve it. I need to do it though, because this has to be a thunderbolt. It has to be a thunderbolt. I mean, Zach did great things with Diversity in Comics' Jawbreakers. That was extraordinary. But Zach isn't a professional. I mean, now he is. He wasn't before. He wasn't in the club. Me earning an enormous sum of money by breaking away from the big two, by standing up and telling people who I am, and not being shouted down, not being scared, not being bullied or intimidated by SJWs. Me standing up and saying, this is my reward for that. This is what I get for that. And by the way, you could get it too if you just stand up and be yourself and not let these bullies, cow you. Don't let them do that. Stand up and do this. Connect with your fan base. And do your own comic. Get out there and do your own comic. Actually create something rather than just adding another, Aquaman book to the stands. Rather than just adding another issue of Wonder Woman to the back issue bin. Stand up and create something new. I think that's a good idea. This needs to be a success. It definitely needs to be a success. Uncle Shifty, thanks for $1.99. Extend, but post a teaser on original release date. Post a teaser. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, okay. All right. SR2 Joker, thanks for $5. Thanks for all the entertainment, EVS. Your channel and Joe Rogan dominate my commute and breaks. Wow, really? Me and Joe Rogan, huh? That guy's great. Thank you so much. I'm glad you enjoy. Ruben Ibanez, thank you for ARS 50. Very much appreciate that donation. Jesse N, thanks for $2. Uncle Sunbeam Human Ehe, your dad is awesome. He is awesome. I'm sorry that he's gone. We really like to have him here. And it's unique. Like I was, when you're married, and your parents come over to stay, you're worried about what your spouse is going to think. Are they going to get along? They love Andrea. And Andrea loves them. Absolutely loves my dad. Ruben Ibanez, thanks for ARS 50. Andrea, blink twice if you are okay. She left. Sorry. She tied her back to the radiator. Hilo Jumper, thanks for $5. I'm deploying in November. If you extend and push delivery to December, can you hold on to our copy? See, that's the issue right there. That's what to consider. We did make promises to people. Jason Duet, thank you for $2. Looking real jacked, Andrea. Keep EVS on his toes. Trevor Wedge, thanks for $2. Don't just do right media. Go for stuff like Rogan. Yeah, absolutely. OF $2. Thoughts on anime and manga in general. You want my honest opinion of it? It all looks the same to me. And I'm sure that they say that about American superhero comics. It all looks the same. So that's fair. But it's the big-eyed, little mouth, kind of strawberry-headed people. Everybody looks childish. It's over-sexualized. I don't know. I mean, but I don't read it. I just see it. I just see it and go, no thanks. You know what I mean? So I can't say, oh, well, I've read this, this, and this, and I didn't like it, or I did like it. I don't have those kinds of opinions. It's almost like I saw it on the shelf and went, no, that doesn't look like it's for me. So those are my honest thoughts about it. I could be, I could fall into it, I guess. I don't know. Tom Barnes, thanks for $1.99. Parody ideas. Social Justice League. Do a one-shot book. Yes. You should read Death Note. Well, I could do that, sure. We'll do Social Justice League. And we'll show what social justice warriors are like. We'll make them into superheroes. Evil Renaissance says you're not wrong. Is that for me? Yeah, that's just the impression that I get, you know. Golden Dragon, thanks for $2. I think you and DNC should team up, piss off SJWs. We are teamed up. We're good friends. I mean, we're really good friends. We talk every single day, and I advise him, and he advises me. And you know what I really appreciate is that he always sticks up for me. He always stands up for me, and I will always stand up for him too. And that's, you know, this is how I am with my friends, and people are gonna have to get used to it. I'm ride or die with my friends. If you're my friend, you're my friend, and I will go down swinging to protect you and defend you. And he'll do the same thing, which I appreciate. I've never seen him betray a friend before, ever, and I won't betray a friend either. I've had all my friends betray me, all of them. You're looking at Moose. I mean, you want to talk about like a friend, like somebody that I invested so much time, money, energy in, so much care, you know, so much concern, and I mean that's Moose, and he just I get it, I understand. It's not safe in the comic book industry. It isn't safe to be my friend. It isn't safe. You know, if you want to be safe, you stab me in the back. I don't know if that means more work for you. I hope it does. I hope, you know, in deep inside, I hope Moose is getting work out of this, because, you know, even though F Moose, you know, even though F Moose, he's got to get something out of this. You know, it's like if he's going to do that to me and my family, if he wants to tell my enemies, you know, about how my ex cheated on me and stuff like that for laughs. You know, it's like if that's who you are as a person, you better get something out of it. You know, like get a job. Like you should be coloring X-Men for that. You know, you should be coloring X-Men or something. But you deserve something for that. There has to be. Otherwise, you know, you gave away your soul for nothing. So you know. That's the thing. But you know, I honestly, I look at Moose and I walk away from that with a clear conscience. I did everything for him, absolutely everything for him. And when I say he stabbed me in the back, he got me good, dude. He got me good. Like he actually, like my jaw drops when I see what Moose is doing to me. I'm like, whoa, it must be a scary time in comics that you would do that to your friend. So all right, you know, that's how it is. As for me, if I am your friend, I am going to be your friend forever, and I will do everything that I can. And it hasn't been convenient. It hasn't been convenient to be Zach's friend. Not at all. You know, not at all. It's cost me a lot. But it didn't cost me my heart. It didn't cost me my soul. I think that at the end of it all, I can look in the mirror. I can look at myself in the mirror and say that, you know, I'm a good friend, and yeah, I'm loyal and kind, and yeah, you know, that's the thing. Yeah. And Zach's a hell of a friend to have, though. I mean, you're right. Grim Angel's like, you gained a friend through Zach, and he's an awesome guy. Well, I gained a lot of friends through Zach. A lot of friends through Zach. You know, you guys. I mean, my goodness, how many people didn't know who I was? How many people didn't know who I was? And then I started this channel and gained all of these subscribers, all of these great friends, all these cool people that come and watch me every single day. Most of them, I think it all did start with my connection to diversity in comics. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, this is me and Zach. I don't know who's who. I don't know who's who here. Let me see. I guess I'm Chewbacca. I wish I could say I'm Han Solo, but if one of these is me and one of these is Zach, I guess I'm Chewbacca because I'm older, and more like I understand how to fly the Millennium Falcon better. You know what I mean? This is the guy who, okay, this is the guy who gets buck wild and he's shooting at the stormtroopers and all this stuff. Chewbacca's too smart to do that. Like he's gonna hang back a little bit, but he would definitely die for his friend. He definitely would. So yeah, so I'd be Chewbacca in this situation. And yeah, and plus, am I more hairy? I don't know. Oh my God. Yoda has toe thumbs. I don't know if Chewbacca has toe thumbs though. But yeah. You guys are funny. Geek True 64, loved your Green Lantern and Flash stuff. Then I saw your name on Bullshitters vid and found your channel. Awesome stuff. Thank you so much. Yeah, I like that. I like when people find my Green Lantern stuff. It's fun. It's absolutely fun. Yeah, some of you found me just through Star Wars. Some of you found me through Star Wars. Red Syrup says Ethan Hart, Zach, absolutely. And no homo at all, but absolutely. Yeah, definitely. He'd be invited over. He can come over, hang out. If he wasn't like he's like afraid to socialize. That's his whole thing. Yeah. All right, guys. With that, I'm gonna go. Smash the like button if you haven't yet. I appreciate you. We've got 1.3 thousand people in here. I don't know if I'm gonna play the piano. I played the piano earlier when I had a drink in me. I don't think I'm gonna play the piano again. It's getting too late, but I'm gonna go up and hang out and see what Andrew is doing. All right. Yeah, thank you guys so much. Back Cyberfrog. Let's just see if we did we sell another copy. That'd be cool if we did. We totally did. We were at 294,653. Guys, back Cyberfrog, promote Cyberfrog, tell your friends, see if you can get anyone to get us up there. And I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow morning for another video. Oh, miss super chats. Can't go anywhere. Can't go anywhere. Dun, 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 dun. Wow, there are a lot of them. That's what happens. I stare at the wall and talk, and then I miss all the super chat stuff. All right, Trevor Wedge, $2. Don't just do right media. Go for stuff like Rogan. Rogan's kind of righty though. Let's see. Cecil, thanks for $5. Hire a publicist and go on every show you can for the next month. No second chances. Do everything you can to promote this, and you won't regret it. That's good advice, Cecil. That's good advice. Chuck Graham, hello. Thanks for $2.79. Go for the month. You will raise 500K. Inspiration. Yeah. I got to do it. JR, thanks for $2. Listen to Cecil. Extend the toe thumbs. Go for 1 million. I don't think I can reach 1 million. But unless I did everything, I'd have to totally get out there. Dick McJackass, thanks for $2. Am I your friend, Epan McScuber Von Scuber? Well, not when you call me that, but you could be. I like to make friends. Grizzly Adams 82, thanks for $4.99. GameStop is trying to sell comics now. Moose could end up selling Cyberfrog. Oh my God. I mean, we're trying to pioneer something new here. We're trying to pioneer something called zero pipeline distribution, which is the future. I mean, it's just the future to actually say, look, we're going to sell more expensive comics less frequently, and we're going to deliver them straight to you. You don't have to go anywhere. Okay, so we have a $25 comic book. It's going to be bigger than a normal comic book. It's going to be prettier. It's going to come out less frequently. It's going to be worth your time and money. And you just press a button and we'll ship it to you. You'll get it in a couple days. I mean, that's what we're working towards. And meanwhile, they are trying to put their comics in GameStop where nobody's looking for them. A franchise, a business that's going out of business. I mean, it is unbelievable. It's absolutely unbelievable. What a mess. They're not exactly forward thinking. Curb Brimstone says, hey, EVS, what kind of pencil do you use as your pointer? I want one. Okay, so go to Michael's. This is a lead holder. It's a basic lead holder. It's got a lead in it, got a blue lead in it. It's Stiedler brand. You get these at Michael's. They're about $11. Yeah, go to the drafting section. Cecil, hi. Thanks for $5. You get on Fox and Friends for 3 minutes and they'll make you $1 million that day. Well, I know that. How do I get on Fox and Friends? How do I get on Fox and Friends? It's like I'd have to do something like, yeah, I mean, I would have to actually do something other than have a comic book to sell. But I would like to talk like incessantly about what's going wrong with this industry. But I don't know. I don't know if that's the kind of thing that Fox News is interested in, frankly. Tucker Carlson would be cool. Yeah, I don't think I could get on Fox and Friends. Like somebody would have to be sick in my family, like I have a a hurt child. They want a sob story, not a story like this. Call your friend Jordan P for advice, PR advice, says JR. Thanks for $2. R. Kelly, thanks for $5. My buddy works for Alex Jones, so I could probably get you on if you really want, but I'd shoot for Rogan, bigger fan base. Jones is a bit loony. I have both of them. Why couldn't I be on both of them? Yeah, R. Kelly, let me know. See if you can hook me up. I will. I'm going to write to Not Gay Jared and see if he's interested. Hire a publicist, dummy, says Cecil. I don't want to hire a publicist. That's yeah. Can you imagine a publicist having to sort through my my stuff? Hey, so how do we deal with all these people calling you a white supremacist and a Nazi? I don't know. I don't know. All right, guys, seriously, I gotta go now. Love you all. I will see you tomorrow morning. Back Cyberfrog, please, if you haven't yet, and smash like on the way out. Thanks, guys. Good night.